In this video, I'm going to show you how to mix up the microcement. In your pack, you will have already received the primer, but at this stage, what you're going to require is the microcement powder itself, the powdered dye if you've ordered anything other than the off-white, and the microcement resin. You're going to need a clean vessel to mix the microcement into. You're going to need something to scrape the material out of the edges of the mixing vessel, and you're going to need something to mix with, such as a drill with a whisk attachment. So step one is to empty the dry contents of the microcement into your mixing vessel. Step two is to take your dye and mix that into the dry powder. It's important you do this at this stage and not later on when you've added the liquid, because you will get spots of dye and they might show up when you're applying the microcement to whatever you're applying it to. So I'm going to dry blend these first. I've done that for about a minute or so. That is enough to ensure that the dye is mixed all the way through. So next, I'm going to add the microcement resin. There's no need to dilute the microcement resin. It comes ready diluted, so you can just pour that straight into the microcement itself. And it's simply a case of mixing it up with your mixer again. Halfway through mixing, take your mixer out, get your trowel and just scrape it round the bottom edge of your mixing vessel or bucket, just to lift any of the dry material that might have got trapped in the corners. You can see there's a few dry bits. There's also a bit of dry material just around the edge of the bucket as well. So it's important just to make sure that they're fully mixed in. Finally, I'm going to take my trowel and just give it a final mix, just to make sure that all that trapped material has been mixed in. This is the consistency that I'm looking for, like a thick yogurty consistency that slops off the trowel. And I'm going to leave that now. Leave that for 10 minutes now, just to what's called false set, where the liquid just absorbs into the dry powder. There's no curing taking place at this point. It's just the liquid just being absorbed. So I'm going to leave that now for 10 minutes and then I'll give it another mix. and it'll be ready to apply. So I've left the mix for about 10 minutes. We have had what's called a false set. You can see it looks like it's gone a bit solid. It hasn't, it's just where all the liquid's been absorbed. So I'm gonna give it another final quick mix, and that will loosen it back up. As you can see, the mix has gone very sloppy again, or yogurty as we like to say. And just a quick blast will just loosen it back up, ready for application. Quick scrape around the edges, and you can see the mix is loosened back up, so we're ready to go. And that, in essence, is the mixing process for the microcement.